Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make this little kids hat. It's all done in crochet, very easy to make. They are reversible hats. Look how nice that look. That is the outside, and now I'm gonna bring it inside out and you'll see how nice it is. And not decide what I like better, the inside out or the outside out. Look how nice that look. They are very, very warm, so if you make this for your kids, they will be very warm this winter. So they're very easy to make, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make this little kids hat. To make this kids hat, the yarn I'm gonna use is from Loops and Thread Impeccable Bright. It's medium 4, 100% acrylic, and it has 128 grams or 245 meters, and the color is Red Hat. And depending on the size of hat that you want to make is the size of hook. So I have here 4mm, 4.5 or 5mm. So if you want a little bit smaller than mine, you can use a 4, or bigger than mine, you can use a 5. For mine, I'm going to use a 4.5. You're going to need tapestry needle and scissors. This is the hat that we're going to do now in this video. It's really nice. It's reversible like the other one that I did. This is the right side, and now I'm gonna bring it inside out, and it's really nice too. It looks like a totally different hat. They're very easy to make, and this one was the one that I did in the video before. They look like, but they're not the same. They're done pretty much almost the same. Both of them have the same amount of stitches, 48. The only thing that this one I did 2 extra rows, so this one is smaller. You see? So the one that I'm gonna do now with the red, I want to do with a few more stitches, that way it is even bigger, but I'm gonna explain exactly how many I did for this one. This one will fit from almost 0 to 3 months. I think it's a little too big for 0, but I know it fits at 3 months because my model is from 0 to 3 and it fits perfect. And this one around from 8 to 18 months. And they're done exactly with the same amount of stitches. So this one I'm gonna chain some more. Now I'm gonna do a slip knot. And this one, the stitch is multiples of 12, so I did 48. For this one, I'm gonna make it multiple of 14, so I'm gonna do 56. And with the 4.5mm crochet hook. So as I work, I will explain you how to do it for this one and in a smaller size. And if you want this one that I'm making just a little bit smaller, not a lot, but just a little bit, like one size smaller, I recommend to use a 4mm crochet hook. The same if you want a little bit bigger. So if you want to do this one and you don't see the video, I'm gonna leave here the link. You're gonna see an eye, and you click on there and you'll see the link for this and my Spanish video. And in my Spanish video, I always will have the link for the English, and I will have the link for this one. So I'll meet you here when I have my 56 chain. Once you have your 56 chains, you're gonna make sure it's not twisted, and you're gonna do a slip stitch and the first chain to create a circle for the circumference of your child's head. So now if you like, you can measure the circumference in your child's head. If it's too small, I recommend to use 5mm or 5.5, the size that you will need to give the size that you need. Okay, it's the crochet hook size. So if you want it smaller, just use a smaller crochet hook. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. and that counts as the first double crochet of 56. So I'm gonna do my other 55 double crochet, and at the same time I'm loosening that tail. And if you look at your chain, you have 3 strands of yarn, 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So I always leave the one on the bottom, and you will have a nice finish here for your hat. So I'll meet you here when I have my 56 double crochet. Here I'm gonna finish row number 1 with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, and it will be like this. Now we're gonna start with the motif. So, and here I did half, because here is where the chain space is. So I have to do half of the motif after the chain and the other half before the chain. So in this one, since I did 48, the motifs are multiple of 10 plus 2, 10 for these ones here and 2 for these ones here. So that's why I did 5 back posts and then I did 2 front posts. So for these ones, and is multiple 12 plus 2, 14, I have to do 6 back posts and then the 2 front posts. So here is the chains that we did, the first chain. So we want to do the chain like a back post. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the hook in front of the chain like that, and I'm gonna pass my yarn through. I'm gonna pass the yarn through those 2 loops, and that is a back post chain. So I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that counts as the first double crochet of 6. So that's 1, 2. Remember that all work on back posts. 3, 4, 5. If you are working only 48 here, after you do 5, you will do 2 front posts. But I'm working 56, I had to do 1 more, and that will be 6. Now I'll do 2 front posts. Now we have to do a full motif. Is here. For this one they were 10. For this one had to be 12. So you're gonna do 12 back posts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you are doing 48, you will finish with those 10 and then you will do 2 front posts. But for me it had to be 12. 11 and 12. So now I had to do 2 front posts. So if you're working with the 48, you'll be doing 10 back posts and 2 front posts. And you're working with 56, you'll be doing 12 back posts and 2 front posts. So now you have to do 12 back posts and 2 front posts until you finish here. You'll finish with 6 back posts. Okay. I'm gonna finish the second row with a slip stitch on the third chain, and you'll have your second row like this. Now we're gonna do decrease in the back post and increase in the front post. So we're gonna do the chain like we have to do in every single row, like a back post, and we're gonna chain 3, and now we're gonna do 1, 2. If you're all working only 48, you will do the decrease in these 2. But since I'm working 56, I have to do 1 more. So now I have 2 left, back post double crochet, and I'm gonna do those 2 back posts together. And I did a decrease there. And now for the increase, you're gonna do 2 front posts double crochet in the same space. That's 1, and this is another one in the same space. So we're gonna do the same on the other front post. So you are increasing those 2 front posts to 4. From 2 they turn to 4. And now you're gonna do the decrease in these 2 back posts. So you're gonna work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the last 2 you're gonna do a 2 back posts together. And again you're gonna do 2 front posts in this one and 2 front posts in the next one. And again you do decrease in this one in the beginning and in the last one. And then here you're gonna do your decrease in those 2, and then you will have 4 back posts double crochet before the chain. Here I did my slip stitch. Now again I'm gonna do my back post chain, and now we're gonna do 1 and 2 back posts plus the chain at 3, and now these last 2 we're gonna do them together. So we're gonna start decreasing until we have only 2 back posts and 14 front posts, because we're increasing in the front post. So now here for the front post we're going to increase 2 in the first one, so that would be 1 and 2 together in that first one, and then in the next one we do just 1 front post, and in the other one we do just 1, and in the last one we do 2 together. So now we have 6 front posts. From 2 we went to 4, from 4 we went to 6, and like that you're going to continue increasing and decreasing. Here I'm going to do the row where you have to decrease from 4 back posts to 2 where the chain is. You see, that's the beginning of the next row. So to do that you're going to pass through here, and instead to grab just the chain, you're going to grab the chain and the next back post, those 2, and like that you did the decrease from those 2 to 1 and 3. So the next one will be at the end of this row, you will create those 2 to 1, and you'll have here only 2 back posts. So here you will do the 2 together, and this is row number 7. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 7. Yes, row number 7. When you finish that row, you'll end up with 2 back posts double crochet and 12 front posts. Now we have to decrease in the front post and increase in the back post. So again, we're gonna do this chain, a back post chain. We're gonna chain 1, 2, and 3. Now to do the increase we're gonna do a back post double crochet in the same chain space. So like that you did the increase. So now we're gonna do a decrease in these front posts. So we're gonna do these 2 together. Now we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 front post, and then the last 2 you're going to do them together. And now you're going to do in the back post, you're going to do 1 and 2 back posts in the same stitch, and 2 in the next one. So now you will have 4 back posts in here and 10 front posts. So you're going to continue decreasing in the front post and increasing in the back post all the way around. At the end of this row, you're going to do the same. In the last back post, you're going to do 2 together. And now you're going to go on the top of the chain and you're going to do slip stitch. And now for the next one, you're going to do a back post chain. And now the increase will be in the next back post, not in the chain. It's in the next one now. So and here you will do 2 back posts together in the same space, 1 and 2. And now you will do the decrease in these 2 here, 2 together. And then you will continue working all these front post and then these last 2 together. And then in here you will do the increase in the first one and the increase in the last one. The 2 in the center will be just 1 back post and 1 back post. And again you will decrease in the front and increase in the back. And you're gonna end up with 2 front post and 12 back post. It will look like this part in here. Okay, I'll meet you here when I have all those rows done. I finished those rows and this is how the hat looks so far. Now we're gonna start working in the decrease on those back posts. That way we start forming the top of the hat. So to do that, you're gonna repeat what you're gonna do in this row and every single row until you have only 2 front posts and 2 back posts. So now we're only decreasing on the back post. So 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm gonna do last 2, 3, and 4, and these 2 will be together. And now you will do 2 front post double crochet. Those 2 always stay the same. Now again you will do these 2 together. You'll do all this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 and 10 will be together. And then again you'll do 2 front post double crochet. So you're going to continue decreasing in this row and in every single row, those 2 at the beginning and the 2 at the end, until you have 2 front posts and 2 back posts, just like this one in here. You see, you start to go narrow, narrow, narrow until it's only 2 left of each. Here I have 4 back posts left, and I wanted to show you how you're going to decrease where the chain is. So you're going to pass through front of the chain and the next back post, and like that you decrease those 2 to 1. So you're going to chain 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to continue 2 front posts, and then these 4 you create 2 and 2, and like that all the way around. And I will show you how to finish in the next row. Now we're going to work on the last row, and it will be like this one. You see, we're going to decrease 1 in each one of them. So we have 2, 2, and 2. We make them, each one of them, 1. So what we're going to do now, because we have a little hole in here, Here we have the back post double crochet and then the chain. So we're gonna pass our hook through in front of that back post first and then the chain space. And gonna pass our yarn. And we did there the decrease from 2 to 1. So 1, 2, and 3. Now the next 2 front post double crochet, you're gonna make 1 front post. And the next 2 back posts, you're gonna make 1 back post. And like that, you're gonna go around and finish this row, and it's just to sew the tail and we'll finish the hat. Here we're gonna finish this row with a slip stitch on the top of the third chain. Get a little bit difficult there because you hardly have any space to maneuver. So the slip stitch, you're gonna chain 1, you're gonna cut your yarn, and then you're gonna sew that tail around the little hole that you have there all the way around, like in a zigzag, and you'll do a nice finish in the outside and the inside. That way the hat is reversible. So I'm gonna do this off camera and I will show you the end result. This is the amount of yarn that I have left from my 128 grams. These two I did with the same ball of yarn of 128, and I have like 8 grams around left. So each one of them probably 60 grams around, give or take. And this one is for around from 1 to 3 years or maybe 4 years old. Remember, I don't have a kid to put it on, but I think by the measurements it's around that age. So I hope you guys like it and try it. This is very, very warm hat. I'm gonna bring it the inside out. This hat is as nice in the outside that is in the inside. Look at this. So I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this hat and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.